Okay, so coach, this is your final game before the NBL season starting next week. What would you like your team to do to focus on today offensively and defensively?
Well, we're not overly concerned again about anything other than coming out of here healthy. So we're going to be on a minute restriction with a lot of our guys, and we're just trying to get through this 3 games in a row.
And for the fans supporting from home and those that travel all the way here, what do you want the players to show in the last game?
Well, what we do always, we'll play hard, but we have to make sure that we manage minutes here. 3 games in a row is quite a lot, and we have a lot of guys that will be on minute restriction. Yep.
Okay, coach, great win yesterday. What will winning the bronze medal mean for Al Riyadi?
It means a lot. I think we achieved our first part of the goal to be in between the best 4 teams in this tournament. Achieving the bronze medal, it's going to be a big achievement for Riyadi, for Lebanon, for the Asian basketball, I believe. So hopefully we will be ready. Unfortunately, we have some injuries today. We lost also our backup point guard, but we will do our best. We will leave everything on court to show that we are here not to participate, also to win.
And you mentioned about those injuries. How would it impact your season?
Hopefully before the beginning of the season in Lebanon they will be ready, the players, but these injuries just will make the player not participate in today's game. It's a bad luck for them, but for sure when we come back we will do our best to make them recover ASAP so they can be ready for the kick of the season.
And what does the team need to do to stay consistent throughout the 40 minutes?
We just need to be focused, collective, and play with intensity, because the intensity is so much different than the intensity in the Middle East and in Asia. It's totally different game of basketball. So when you want to compete at this level, you need to play with the same intensity and focus for 40 minutes. Thank you.
Game day 4, Al Riyadi, Beirut taking on Tasmania JackJumpers in the battle for 3rd place here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium in the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. And similarly to the previous game that was won by Petro de Luanda over Kimsa, you definitely want to leave this event on the back of a win and not a loss. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Andrew Gaze, and these are 2 teams that, well, especially Tasmania, I think, were close. Perhaps they believed they were going to be in the final, and they fell to G League United yesterday.
They certainly did, and it was an unfortunate play. Scores are tied in the dying stages, and an underneath out-of-bounds possession, and Milton Doyle just slipped over, and they lose possession. G League come down and score. So it was a tight one, but they dug themselves in a hole. They trailed by as many as 14 points in that game, and unfortunately, despite an incredible comeback, they weren't able to close out that one and find themselves up against a Riyadi team that has shown a great level of determination. They play with spirit. Kikanovic, number 9, has been their go-to guy. He's been really impressive. He's averaging 30 minutes a game and 17 points. And Manny Harris is the other one, player with NBA experience, who's come on. He's been a little up and down with his shot, but he's their 2nd leading scorer. And it's the familiar story for the JackJumpers. Jordan Crawford, Milton Doyle, and Will Magnay have been their three main contributors. Jordan Crawford in particular shooting at 55%, 19.5 points a game. Here they are in their locker room.
So the countdown is on for the introduction of the teams here in the Singapore Indoor Arena. Al Riyadi getting ready to face Tasmania JackJumpers. And an opportunity to get a second win at this event for both of these teams. And really the enthusiasm that you see from both sets of these fans is really good. You know, Tasmania has been well represented here. We've seen a lot of their fans, a lot of the gear, a lot of the people wearing supporting them, and it's the same with Al Riyadi. I mean, gosh, they really love their basketball in Lebanon.
They certainly do, and they come into this tournament with missing some of their key players from last season, but still, they've put up a really brave fight. The brand of basketball they're trying to play, it was interesting listening to the coach and how they need to lift their intensity, and I think by and large they've done that. They've had some good moments. They copped a bit of a hiding to Unikaha, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, for big chunks of that game, you saw signs that where they can be competitive. So they'll be looking to get a win. There's a lot at stake here as far as the preparation for the season coming up. And in fact, the Tasmania JackJumpers, their opening round is on Thursday. So they go straight from here to Perth to play their first game against Melbourne United, because all teams are playing the first round games in Perth. It's a festival that they're put together, so they don't get to go home. They've been on the road for a while because they were in the Gold Coast prior to this for the pre-season event. So it's not only a test of their basketball, but being away from home on the road. And I find, though, that can be very galvanizing. You get with your team, and nothing more galvanizing when you're on the road than getting a win.
Well, as we see the JackJumpers come out, I suppose the main thing is, and I think Coach Scott Roth was right when he said this, we want to get out of here healthy. And, you know, the key is, are they going to get enough rest before they have that big opening?
Well, that's right. And both Jordan Crawford and Milton Doyle have logged some significant minutes. Milton Doyle's averaging almost 32 minutes a game in these last two games. Jordan Crawford around 29 minutes. So their main guys have logged some significant minutes. And they get Sean McDonald back into the lineup tonight, who has played in game one. He's coming off a calf injury. They didn't want him to have to play back-to-back games, so he missed their last game against the G League. He's a big part of what they do, but it looked like, judging from the warm-ups, we haven't had official confirmation just as yet, but Craig Sword may not be lining up tonight, and I'm not sure what the issue is, but we'll wait and see.
There he is, Milton Doyle coming out, but I'll tell you what, this club hasn't been around forever, but you can really appreciate what they've been able to achieve, winning that NBA title, and only good vibes coming out of the Tasmania JackJumpers team and their players since they've been here. And I'm sure their fans are looking forward to them having a big season. And certainly Al Riyadi, gosh, these guys are like worshipped by their fans. They can't get enough of them. If you have anything to do with Al Riyadi, the fans are all over you after the games.
Yeah, they are, and one of the most successful teams in the history of that region, and that generates support and passion. And you know what else it generates? It generates incredibly high expectations. And when you play for El Riyadi, you expect that. They've won the league title last season for the 31st time in the club history. They've won 8 out of the last 10 titles. And they've got some exceptional talent on their roster. And as we mentioned, Jonathan Simmons was one of their main in fact, their leading scorer last season in the Lebanon League, and he's not here. Thon Maker is an Aussie who has been playing with El Riyadi, and he's not with the team either. I understand that they're hopeful that Thon Maker may actually be back, but he's trying out, I believe, to work his way back into the NBA, because he was a high first-round draft pick for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pick number 10 or 11 on the top of my head. So he's a player with great reputation that was the important part of the tail end of the season for El Riyadi last season, because he didn't play the entire season.
Well, I don't know if you noticed it, but Ismail Ahmad ran out. We haven't seen him play yet, I don't believe, but he's one of the guys that greets the fans for, he was the second player to run out for Al Riyadi, 47 years of age. That is amazing,
Yeah,
isn't it?
47. The other one, too, is Wael Arakji. Yeah,
Wael Arakji, yeah.
Yeah, he played the first 5 minutes of the game yesterday. Looked like he had a shoulder injury. And he's a high-quality player that they rely on.
He just turned 30. He was the MVP of the last FIBA Asia Cup. Australia fans will know him well because, you know, he played so well against them in the final.
15 points a game, so he's in the Lebanon League, so he's a big part of what they do. He's crafty too. I enjoy watching him play. He can be a little feisty, not only with the opponents, but with his own teammates.
Boris Krejci from Croatia, Slovenia, the crew chief Carlos Peralta is also doing the refereeing, and Sun Jian from China. I think one of the things also, that Scott Roth probably concerned about Sean McDonald. He didn't play in game 2. I think they probably missed him. And I don't even know, is he playing today? It doesn't.
There he is. Sean McDonald's in.
Okay, so that's right. Yeah, so he's in. So he was a big absentee.
And he's going to start.
So that's good. Anthony Dermott is somebody he wants to get fit, fully fit. Fabian Krislovic, Will Magnay, and Milton Doyle, then Crawford, Nunn, Ding, Brown, Sarangi, Gatkins, Steindl.
Well, I don't know what's going on here, because Jordan Crawford, he's been the leading scorer.
Probably he's just had so many minutes.
Maybe. Hopefully it's not a sign. There's Scott Roth, the head coach. He's quickly become a legend in Australian basketball with what he's done with this new franchise. It started 3 seasons ago. They were in a grand final series year 1, semi-finals year 2, and then in an upset over Melbourne United in one of the all-time classic best-of-5 game series. Got the win last season.
Manny Harris, Amir Saud, the captain, Kareem Zainoun, Almeida Kikanovic, and Haik Gyokshan in the starting 5. Ahmad Mansour, Tabara, Arashi, Abdallah, and Gansu is off the bench. So probably Saud, Zainoun, and Kikanovic, the main 3 guys in this tournament in terms of minutes and production. And Coach Frodon, I think they were so happy to win their game against Petro.
Well, what about the finish too, with the game on the line, and Saud with the mid-range pull-up to close the deal out for them. It was a big-time bucket.
Good rebounding team, the JackJumpers on the offensive glass, 19.5 per game.
Will Magnay, big part of that. Oh, there you go.
So best defender, 4 blocks per game. I mean, 6.5 rebounds. That goes with both offense and defense.
Well, the 4 blocks don't tell the complete story, because he's changed a lot of shots around the rim just by his presence. But that's his calling card. That's what he can do, and his offensive game is much improved. And he'd be looking forward to another big season with the JackJumpers.
You can see Al Riyadi like to be disruptive on defense and score a lot of points off turnovers. And Kikanovic has scored double digits in both games so far, 17 per game. He's been their most consistent player. Zainoun has been a real spark, but Kikanovic is, from the big standpoint, has been tough.
He certainly has, and he won't wow you with his athleticism, but his basketball IQ is elite, good passer, an incredible touch. The shot around the rim, contested, sometimes looks a little funky, but gee, he's been effective and shot it at a really good clip as well. And not a really good, an unbelievable, ridiculous clip. 76% from the field is outrageously good.
Yeah, that doesn't seem possible, really. And I remember his first game, he was really hitting some difficult shots.
Well, contested.
Contested, yeah.
And he's one that I think when he gets it on that low box, I suspect you're going to see a bit of double team. Maybe not to start with, because he's got Will Magnay, who's a very good defender himself.
Don't we have in this great new world, or this great world of stats that we live in now, a shots altered stat for Will Magnay?
Well, they should have. And sometimes it's a little hard. It comes down to the assessment of whoever's taken that stat, but there are some patently obvious ones when you see the big fella go up and balls flying all over the place, but he doesn't actually touch it, so he won't always be credited with a block.
He's been active, and easy to see how he was selected to play for Australia. And I know Jack McVeigh here, huge part of that team, and I know that everybody back home in Tasmania is rooting for him to make it in the NBA. Maybe Scott Ruff would like to see him come back.
No, Scott Ruff would love to see him come back, and we spoke to him, and he said that, yeah, they want him to do well, they wish him well, and they hope that he doesn't come back because he's done well.
Right.
But they actually have built the team around the fact that there is a possibility that he might come back. So, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out with Houston.
It goes without saying, if he does come back,
yeah,
Tasmania are a much more formidable team.
Oh, absolutely. He was their leading scorer last season, MVP in the final series, and a big-time player in big moments.
Which he showed at the Olympics.
Well, he did.
Played well.
Not afraid of big moments.
Good afternoon from Singapore. We are underway. The battle for third place. Tasmania JackJumpers winning the opening tip, wearing the green, attacking the basket to the right on your screen. Al Riyadi in the traditional yellow. And Krislovic, interesting.
Yeah.
Role player, starts and gets the first bucket.
Well, he doesn't usually start this. He gets a start on this occasion, and Sean McDonald's the other one coming in for Jordan Crawford, who gets the start.
Oh, a little bit of too much space defensively, and I think can't believe Amir Saud doesn't score. He's going to the line.
It's Krislovic down low with the right, allowed to get to the middle. Most times defensively, you're trying to square the big up on the low block and not let him attack that middle.
Remember Saud at the free throw line yesterday? Shooting 95+% in his career.
And we talked him out of it. Well, certainly it was last season.
Last season. Okay.
Last season, yeah, he was lights out. 96.3%. 26 of 27. Good shooting.
McDonald, well rested, missing. Basketball Champions League Asia winners, Al Riyadi going up against the NBL winners, Tasmania JackJumpers. And another layup miss, but the tip and the follow by Haik Gyeokchan is putting Al Riyadi in front.
He's another one that's featured heavily. Double digits, 10 points throughout the tournament.
Nice handoff. Kruslovic is doing the job, isn't he?
He is, and he's that undersized big they use from time to time, and sometimes he'll play the 5 spot.
He's guarding Kikanovic, and that's a thankless task with Kikanovic, who's so controlled, so big and strong.
It's one of the reasons why I think he is starting to give him that job on Kikanovic, who's been the main man for El Riyadi.
Here's Magne again. Tommy flushes it. Big number 22.
Great pass by Doyle.
So it's Magne on top of Kikanovic now. It's a different prospect for Kikanovic. If he scores here, that'll be impressive. He does turn, and the big body of Magne just doesn't allow him to get anything close to a bucket. McDonald whips it to Doyle. And it is Dermich, and that possibly is the best sign of all for the JackJumpers, because he's been ice cold.
It is. That's his first made 3 in the tournament.
I mean, we were even talking yesterday. You were saying maybe he just needs to try to put a little bit extra on there since his shots were coming up short. Good defense for the JackJumpers. They've got numbers. Doyle, count it! Milton Doyle stretches the lead to 12-6. Kikanovic runs down the floor, shows no respect.
Oh, this is a fun game, getting up and down the floor, making shots. The Jackies are renowned for the work on the 3-point line. They were number 2 in the NBL last season in 3-point field goal
Dermick
attempts.
Again, that was time it was short. And Dermick jumps over 2 rows of seats. Incredible.
Yeah, he's into it. He just looks back and apologizes to some of the fans. But what about the intensity and effort of Anthony Drimmick? Here's that pass by Milton Doyle.
I tell you what, I don't know if there's a highlight. That might be the most amazing sequence of Dermick. He stepped on one row of chairs, landed on another row of chairs, and somehow avoided injury. Magne drives in, and that is a block.
Real point of emphasis to go at Will Magne. They're trying to show on the on-ball screen. See Kikanovic there, and so that's what he has to be. He's just got to be there a little earlier, because if Kikanovic is showing and you're trying to fight over the top of the screen, it's impossible to guard the roller if you don't get that third man help. Oh, jeez.
Okay, we're just going to forget that we saw that. Even he's laughing.
Well, that was an air ball by a good 30 centimeters, I reckon.
I've never seen one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it. He follows it up. He goes up for the dunk. And he smiles. I think he's going to be ribbed about that from his teammates.
Well, he has had problems throughout his career. Last season, 55% from the free throw line. But, yeah, to miss it by that much, I suspect it might have slipped or something off.
Yeah, it definitely did. We're going to bail him out. Yeah. Nice. Dermick somebody's got to get the hand in the face of the big shooter. Ooh. Kruslovic gets down low, spins. Gyeokchan not giving an inch. Here's Doyle. Good job, Dermick. Dermick looks a lot better. He's dancing around, dancing over chairs, dancing over bodies.
Now, Drimmick has had a rough time of it on the offensive end, and you see him trying to make it for it in other areas. And it's the hustle plays by Drimmick that's standing out right now. Oh, hello.
The lob, and Magne knows what to do with it. Doyle, just such a good player.
Based on what we've seen here, El Riyadi needs to just, this tempo is suiting the JackJumpers a hell of a lot more right now than it is El Riyadi.
Here goes McDonald. And that was a pass, believe it or not.
Oh, I think you're giving him the benefit.
I think it was. I think he threw it over the rim. I'd love to see it again, but it looked to me, we'll have to ask him. Stop the play, let's ask him.
Oh, worrying signs now. This guy needs to see more of it.
Yeah, they gave Sean McDonald the assist on that. Here's Magne, turns. That's a thankless task, Gyokchen trying to stop Magne. It's like trying to guard a freight truck.
Yeah, it certainly is. And this, any doubt about the bounce back from the Tasmania JackJumpers after that tough loss yesterday.
That's the fact. Jack. Steindl in. Jordan Crawford has checked in. Oh boy. Oh, Steindl. I think he was worried about Kikanovich maybe coming over to try to block it.
Gorjak Gak getting his first action in the tournament as well. First playing time.
He is indeed well spotted. Gyokchen turns and scores. Riyadi fans here in good numbers. Crawford over the shoulder pass right into the hands though of Gyokchen, who goes up and is fouled by Kerslovic.
Jordan Crawford, normally accustomed to starting, and this is down low.
This is a good move.
It is. Got the kind roll off the rim, but the Tasmanian JackJumpers last season were the most consistent with their starting group. Only through injury were they making any changes, and we've seen different combinations to start here for the JackJumpers, and I think that's...
It's because 3 days in a row, isn't it?
Yeah. Now the score is 20-12. Make that 20-13.
Yeah, a little slow to register on the graphic. Here we go. Oh, they're missing a bucket. Somebody's got to tell them.
They missed that last one.
20-14. Steindl missing from the corner. So it is 20-14 now. Let's ignore that graphic. And Manny Harris unsuccessful. Foul by Wael Arakchi.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about before the game, Arakchi. See that foul there? In Australia, the last couple of seasons, that's an unsportsmanlike. If you don't make a legitimate play on the ball and you're in transition, you're going to the line to shoot 2 and possession. Because there was no legitimate attempt on the ball. That was just a take foul to stop the transition. And I'm a bit disappointed that FIBA have loosened that up a little bit and are allowing those take fouls a lot more. We saw it at the Olympics.
Oh, nice job by Gak. You know, Soma's in the game, the 47-year-old. Here he is setting the screen. Here he is, he gets it. He's gonna go up. Oh my gosh.
What a play.
I've never seen it.
That's a veteran move if I've ever seen one.
He just didn't score. Gak. And Steindl, he literally was guarded in the low post, Soma. Look at this, look at this. Watch this.
He assisted himself. Pass it to himself.
Unbelievable.
I love it.
That is definitely, and I don't even know if Gak realizes it. We might see it again. Arakchi!
He's quick. He's quick with the ball, got great skills, killer crossover. Actually, the king of the killer crossover is at the tournament. Tim Hardaway is here.
I haven't seen Tim. Have you seen him?
Yeah, I have.
High arcing shot, no good. Doyle short. Another chance. Then it'd have to go in this opening quarter. Jack is open. Well, here he is. He's got it. And it was caught it too late.
Wow.
Weiler actually picks up the dribble. He's able to get it across the midcourt just in time and creates an opportunity. So Tabata with the layup.
Well, they've settled well. This is an 8-2 run.
Brody Nunn in the game for Tasmania. Entry pass to Jack. And Jack off target.
Yeah, this 8-2 run, and it's been just energized.
Gyokchan up the floor to Weiler Akshi. Weil gets in, puts it up and in.
This is a nightmare for Brody Nunn coming in, trying to earn minutes, get himself into the rotation, and he's up against one of the cagiest veterans going around in Arakji, and that time gets to the middle.
I like Brody though. I like the way he moves on the court. He's just itching for a chance. Here he is. He's got it. Ding. Count it. Cash. Money.
They needed that one.
Final 12 seconds. You also take it down a little bit more. There he is, driving YL. The follow. Well, they're going to end up getting a shot. Oh, good hustle back by Kareem Zainoun. And it feels like Crawford, either he's tired or the fact that he didn't start, something's not right. He doesn't seem the same player so far. But at the end of one, it's Tasmania JackJumpers up 24-20 on Al Riyadi, Beirut.
Yeah, it's been a slow start for Jordan Crawford, but he's a guy that can explode. You look at the numbers, both teams shooting the ball exceptionally well. Both at 50%, 11-12 for the Jackies, and Al Riyadi, Beirut, 8 of 16. And it's been an entertaining first quarter. 12, when it's 20-10, I'm thinking, oh, gee.
Wow.
Al Riyadi might have just had a tough night of it with all the energy they expended yesterday, but to dig themselves such a big hole and fight back the way they have, some encouraging signs.
A lot of talking points from that first quarter. From Dermick hitting that jump shot, Magne with the dunk after the air ball free throw. Here he is getting it back. Look at that. Dermick bouncing off the chairs, coming out healthy. And also, even though he missed it, the Soma, what would you call that? Kind of circus pass to himself?
Yeah, that was I mean, to be 47 years of age and playing at this level, I don't know if there'd be anyone at this level, at an elite level, professional level, playing at that age. That is phenomenal, but
you called it a veteran move, so is that suggested? I mean, look at this, the over-the-shoulder pass back to Kikanovich. Are you saying that that's a veteran move, so you did it as well?
No, but I wasn't playing when I was 47.
Okay.
So he's been around, and when you've seen so many different things, you become very crafty. And that was one of the craftiest.
I got a feeling we're going to see it again.
No, I'd be surprised, but one of the areas where the Jackies have really dominated is on the boards. They lead that category 12-7 and 6-6, so 6 offensive, 6 defensive, 6 offensively. Offensive rebounds is high.
It is. And I think Scott Roth wanted to see some new players. It's day 3, so we're getting to see a lot more of Gack. We're our first chance of getting to see Gack. Getting to see some Brody Nunn, obviously some Steindl. Steindl has played a lot. Here he is, Soma. Oh, Soma's definitely creating a buzz. Well, ooh, little turnaround. I think he needed to give that to Soma. He was open in the corner. So Soma's talking to him, saying he should have given it to him.
Arakji also, I think he realized he's got a rookie on him, and he's just maybe going and calling his own number a little more than what he probably would.
Crawford, some shaking and baking.
Pass.
Gets it to Gack. I want to see Gack. Gack is back.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely a player that can help this team.
Well, Gack is here. Not sure he's back. He hasn't played yet. It's the first minutes.
Gyokshan.
It's in the back. Offensive foul.
Yeah, I think Gack was pushed.
Tabora.
Watch Gack here. He was probably fouled on that play by Soma, and it wasn't called. Gack, did he represent Australia at youth level? I seem to remember him.
Well, he's had a couple of goes at different teams in the NBL already. Hasn't really, more recently, been with the Phoenix, but hasn't seen the playing time. So he's one that's emerging.
Oh, look at the pass, Gyokshan! Nice feed by YL. No, he did not, but he did play in the Basketball Champions League for Arab Basketball Nymburk, in fact. So, here's it. Oh, Gack! The Gack attack! Gee. He's actually got more size. He's actually taller than Ding, isn't he, Gack?
No, he's a big unit. And
but he's quite agile. Seems to move around pretty well.
no, and good around the basket. Still learning the nuances of the game, both offensively and defensively. Ruben Tarangi comes on to see his first minutes. He started in game 1 of the tournament.
Wow, we're actually
Well, now he's got a different
out of
assignment.
bounds.
He's had to deal with Brody Nunn, but Jordan Crawford presents a whole different challenge going at him because he's active and caused the turnover.
They're complaining to the Ecuadorian referee, and that's going to fall on deaf ears. Ruben Tarangi in the game now, the tall black from New Zealand, and Jordan Crawford. There he is again. Ew, Crawford, love it, bounce pass, Tarangi. Gyokshan reaching in, knocking it out of bounds, 4.1 seconds on the shot clock. More substitutions coming in. Andrew, amazing watching you in action last night on the stage. FIBA Hall of Fame. It was actually on this court. And we got to see some Hall of Famers, people going into the Hall of Fame. I love how FIBA have kind of like jumped or used this as the venue to bring the Hall of Fame.
Second time they've done it, and it's a great atmosphere. They do it on the floor. They bring in a big screen and 8 unique, special individuals. Let's listen in to Scotty Roth.
Inside, flip it. Hey, when somebody cuts, make sure that opposite guy gets in the line of the passing lane so we can make that pass.
So if they come out and they're in zone, we're in zone 1. Pulling to the corner, 5-man diving in, 4 coming across down. If they're in straight, we're in line. Clint's hard to the corner. Fab, you're early. JC's getting you. And we're looking for him in the backside right here, Brody.
Yep.
Back here. You with me?
Yep. JC weak side.
JC, if he's open, backside. If they're in zone, we're in zone 1. Together, 1, 2, 3, together.
Here's another look at Arakchi. Look at this pass to Gökçen. Gökçen then finishing. And we talked about how he's lost a lot of weight from certainly the Asia Cup that I watched him in. Gets around the court a little bit better. There's Krstovic. Shot clock violation, and the play was not run, I think, as Scott Roth envisioned.
No, it wasn't. He certainly wasn't hoping that was going to end in a Fabian Krstovic floater, contested floater.
Manny Harris. I think that's a tough assignment for Clint Steindl.
It is. It's going to test him, but Manny Harris, they've done a good job. Has not scored in the game as yet. He's one of their prime movers.
Here's Saud. Amir Saud, number 5, the captain. Jordan Crawford. Krstovic gets it back to Crawford. No, beautiful bounce pass.
Beautifully read by Tarangi. Gökçen turned his head straight away. Tarangi read that. Beautiful pass.
I think it might be a work in progress, the Tassies, but I think by the end of the year, they're going to be really tough. Oh, Crawford got away with a tug there.
It's going to be a basket violation.
Looked like he pulled. Looked like he pulled Kikanovic.
Well, I think they
look at this.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pass. You see the turning of the head by Gökçen and brought him undone. Ball watching. Got to see man and ball.
Oh, wonderful play by Sean McDonald.
He's up and in too after the main basket.
I think Kikanovic is getting an earful about the help defense, but again, I think you got to move your feet on defense if it's your man. You can't just blame the other guy.
That's true.
And certainly Kikanovic, who comes from the Balkans, understands how you play defense. Oh, tough pass. Here's Arakchi. Must be annoying having to go up against Crawford. Here's Saud. That's one thing that Saud can do, and that is make shots. For the combination of him, of Saud and Arakchi, when they're both in fine fettle, that is a frightening prospect for opponents. Here is Tarangi. Boy, we're seeing some good stuff from him at the Intercontinental Cup.
The drop step, the spin, and the control just to still be able to kiss it off the glass so softly.
And to Kikanovic. He was definitely not going to go right up against Magnay. Here's Crawford. Steindl, money. Oh, it was a little long. I would have put money on him making that.
He's high percentage from the three-point line.
Here is McDonald.
Wow.
He's starting to look a little bit better as well. That was a soft shot, could have gone in. And quickly the other way, Arakchi fouled, he will go to the line.
It seems like this is the tale of two quarters as we have a look down the other end. Saud wide open after the penetration, but JackJumpers scoring just starting to become a whole lot more difficult. They had 24 in the first quarter. They've got 10 here so far.
Well, we're going to get some more of Soma back in the game, the 47-year-old who looks 37. Where's number 1? Arakchi missing the free throw. What is the home court advantage like for Tasmania when you have to go to Hobart?
Yeah, one of the best in the league. It's a smaller venue, holds 4,500, 5,000, but the fans are right on top of the floor.
But I love that for basketball. I mean, I personally think in many respects the smaller the better.
Well, if you've got
once you get down to a certain level,
yeah,
like,
if you're
that's about as small as you want to get.
If you're the Perth Wildcats and you get 14,000 to every game and they're all dressed in red and they're screaming, it's a pretty intimidating environment. But the Jackies fans are some of the best in the business. Will McNay upset. He thought he got held on the roll. Sean McDonald.
Saud goes back to his right, gets in. Good defense. Just kind of jumped into Tarangi. There's not going to be a foul called for that. I love how players like Saud, offensive-minded guys that score usually, if they don't get the bucket, they're looking at their arms like they got hit.
It's a wild attempt to try and draw the foul. Just throwing it up over your head.
Doyle with the lob. Oh, it's turning into Lob City.
Kekanovic unhappy again. He wanted help. It's a single side.
Oh, Soma, another trick.
It's a single side on-ball screen, and it's a hard show. If you don't get help, I have a little sympathy for Kekanovic on that last possession.
So, oftentimes you might see, as you look at the replay of the lob, here it is again, Doyle. That's how he's getting his assist in this game. Sometimes you'll see when a guy's struggling to get the ball in bounds, he'll throw it off the defender.
Yeah.
But you don't see him usually throw it that far away.
Yeah.
The defender's that far away.
No, and backcourt violation. They didn't get it over in the required time. So another turnover.
Here's Doyle again, passes this time to Tarangi. Manny Harris intercepted, thrown right into the hands of Dermott. Dremick, rather. Oh, Doyle, that was an unusually bad miss for him. Dremick did it right the third time. Tarangi is definitely feisty to the point, plays right on the edge sometimes of fouling.
Let's keep an eye on Kekanovic and Tarangi.
Well, they switch. Oh, and we got a foul.
Riyadi, you want to have a chat about it?
2:54 remaining. They've closed the gap to 4. Timeout on the court.
Now we are suffering from side pick and roll because you are sending middle all the time. Giga cannot help here. We are receiving dunk or shot. You need to ice guys. Back again to ice. هيدي عندي سايد ولا في هون عم يورطونا من هون. في حدا على الكورنر ولا لا؟ لا ما بيكون في حدا على الكورنر. عم بيجي من هون لهون. تريبل يعني يا تريبل سويتش يا ايس. Now we play. Listen. Let's play zip. Zip from the side. Zip. لا على صفارة على الأرض. صفارة على الأرض. Let's play zip. يلا. Let's go. يلا. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
There's that touch we were talking about with Kekanovic. There's that lob play.
Kikanovic has a quiet 10 points to me. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of surprised me. 10 points also for Gyeokshan. 8 for Amir Saud. There's Soma getting a chance to play today and creating some talking points.
See the rotation there by Majuk Deng. That's what you got to do. When you're hard showing on those high on-ball screens, you need that third man rotation to catch the roller. That time Majuk Deng was there to get Kikanovic.
YL. Oh. Good job, YL Arakci getting it back amongst the centers. Soma. Oh. I think Soma needed to go with his left hand. Deng lets it fly from up top. Good job, Drimic. Batting it back out for new 14. Good defense from Kikanovic, getting the hand up, forcing Magne to try to pass.
It bailed him out because Drimic, with the back cut from the weak side, was going to be wide open. So good hands.
Doyle, so strong, but taking a difficult shot.
Ooh, offensive. Kikanovic just pushed Drimic. Drimic's got a bit of a perplexed look on his face. It's a relatively low scoring for the JackJumpers, who last season mid-table or thereabouts at a little over 90 points a game.
But again, don't forget, no McVeigh.
Yeah,
that has to have an impact.
No doubt, certainly does. Leading scorer last season.
Oh, good. Well read by Zainoun. And then Soma goes up and snatches the ball. Zainoun back to Saud. And the air ball now, Doyle has it. Will he get it to McDonald? Goes to Drimic. Deng open, knocks it down.
It's another one, and happy to see that one go in. He's had some good looks throughout the tournament, not connecting on him like you'd normally expect.
We're in the final minute.
Good switch.
This first half, Kikanovic, that time maybe just a little too far out for his liking. And Doyle, rather Kikanovic, doing a good job getting his hands up. Couldn't quite come up with it, but it's going to be El Riyadi basketball.
Probably hold it to the last possession. Shot clock's off. Harris yet to score. Only had 2 field goal attempts.
Yep, it's been a tough first half for Manny Harris. He's gone back to his game 1 form. And at the end of the second quarter, we're at halftime. Tasmania JackJumpers lead at 39-32 over El Riyadi, excuse me.
That's right, and you take a look at the numbers, and the field goal percentages tapered ever so slightly after that second quarter. But the JackJumpers continue to just feel like they've got a bit more control of the game, and the reason for that, well, one of the reasons is the work they're doing on the glass. A lot of hustle plays and coming up with second chance opportunities. Kikanovic is leading the way for Al Riyadi. And Magne, talk about quiet points. Both those two sort of quietly going about it and shooting the ball at a very good clip.
Let's go down to the court and hear from Doyle.
So Milton, up by 7 points, what would be the most important coming into the second half?
Playing defense and rebounding and trying to keep them from scoring in transition.
And your team's got 14 assists on 18 field goals. You personally got 4 assists already. How do you like the way you guys are sharing the ball?
It looks great when we share the ball. We get a lot of open shots. Hopefully the second half, we knock down some open ones.
Thanks, Milton.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a game full of highlights. It started out blistering pace, getting up and down the floor, a lot of transition baskets, and it was the JackJumpers who got off to a flyer, led it 20-10, and to Al Riyadi credit, they were able to dig in and find a way to fight their way back into it, and a lot of that came without the service of Manny Harris, who is a former NBA player. In fact, played 94 games in the NBA, and he's had some moments in this tournament, but this evening he's just held scoreless in the first half and only took the 3 field goal attempts. But the JackJumpers have got contributions across the board. Will Magne leading the way with the 10 points, only has the 2 rebounds. Anthony Drimick with the 7, Majuk Deng with the 5. And as I mentioned, he'd be happy to see that last one drop. Arakji, he's clever. He's crafty with the ball. And he finds the Orkshan in transition. It's going to be interesting to watch Ruben Tarangi throughout the NBL season as well, because he's been around a long time. And we've seen him, the very best of him, but the last couple of seasons with the Phoenix have perhaps not been his best. He gets another opportunity here with the JackJumpers.
39-32, and Soma making his appearances. And Andrew, it's been a fun first game, a fun first half for the second game. It's all happening at the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. We'll be right back for the second half.
Absolutely, no worries. Thank you, Hank, so much. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, big congratulations to our new T-Rex, the Holland. Absolutely nailed it. It looked easy. Well done. Thank you so much, NBA Air, for the prize. Raymond, not to worry, we've also got prizes for you right now. How's your performance? It is quite hard to shoot, especially when you're restricted by those T-Rex hands. But well done, congratulations. All right, we've got about 10 minutes left on the clock before we get back to this third place game. It's neck and neck. I cannot wait. So much action is going on
Stefan Lauder, NBA All-Star Chief Brand Officer at FIBA. You can instantly adjust from light to dark. Be different, see different.
我要回到国际赛场。
Dreams seem unreachable.
运动过量会伤害身体。
Reality hits hard.
你的手都这样了，嫌自己不够长吗？我的身体不允许我浪费时间。
Confront your challenges.
运动精神是不轻言放弃。
Break your limits and start a new chapter in your life. Hope Afloat. All episodes are available on demand for free on MeWatch.
We are playing on the first possession very good, but the second one we are collapsing. We need to fix it. But to keep a team like JackJumpers under 40 points in the first half, something is very good. We just need to keep our offensive flow going so we can score more and put pressure more and more against them. I believe if we close the gap on the rebound, we will be better in the third quarter. Thank you.
(39-32). Tasmania JackJumpers on top of Riyadi at halftime, and I suppose all things considered, Tasmania will like where they are, Andrew, and probably encouraging is the fact that Scott Roth has been able to bring in some fresh bodies and gotten in some minutes in view of what's going to happen this week with them opening their season.
Yeah, on Thursday, and it's I think it's one that he's experimenting with some combinations, which I doubt very much you'll probably see on Thursday when they play against Melbourne United, a rematch of last year's Grand Final series. Arguably one of the greatest Grand Final series in NBL history. It was special, and the JackJumpers earned that. No Jack McVeigh, of course. And there you see the leading scorers, and Clint Steindl doing a job on the boards, and Shawnee Mack with the 4 assists. It's good to see him back. Didn't play in game 2 because of some caution with the calf injury that he sustained in the preseason. And Craig Sword, we have not seen tonight. He's not suited up. He actually showed some really good moments.
Yeah, he's going to be a player that's going to help him.
He's going to be a role player. You know, I don't think the Jackie fans should be looking at him thinking
he's like the main guy.
Coming out and getting 20 a game. Now, on the occasional night that might happen, but defensively he looks strong. He can attack the rim. I think he's going to be a role player, and if things around him go well, he could have a good season with the JackJumpers.
Well, Thibodeau is not playing for Riyadi today as well. And I guess you have to be smart if you are Scott Roth, coach of Tasmania. You're not doing your team any favors or the player any favors if you're playing him when he needs to rest. So he's been smart about that as well with McDonald. He sat down on day 2. He looks good today in terms of his movement and everything else. So Dremick has looked a little bit better.
No, for sure. And I had a good conversation with Mark Bradford, Jack Fleming, and Jared Weeks, the assistant coaches. They were in the lobby banging out on their sports code, getting ready for Melbourne United. And the thing is, they've been on the road a long time. They were in the Gold Coast for the Blitz, the preseason tournament. They're here, and they're going straight from here to Perth. So it's a bonding exercise as well as a preparation exercise when you're living in each other's pockets on the road. It can be a good thing, but it is a long time to be away from home.
Second half action underway with Tasmania JackJumpers opening and now attacking the basket to the left, and the lob goes in to Magne, another alley-oop, and that's how our friend Doyle is getting all of his assists today.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pass. Good action though, because you had Shawnee Mack coming off the pin down, the low screen, and open it up for that roll, and good find by Milton Doyle. On-point pass.
If you have a big like McNay, you're looking for that every time, Archie. Look at that. Nice shot from Saud.
Yeah, he's been a handful. Veteran coming off those screens. He can shoot it. Not explosively quick, but can get to the rim. They go to him again. Same play.
Well, the good thing about Kikanovic is he doesn't try to do something extraordinary. He just does what he's supposed to do, gets his hands up on defense. And definitely with Magne, that affected his shot.
He's another one, veteran. Played in France, played in Russia, has played some good teams. Kikanovic.
Yeah, Kikanovic. All-Star 5 for the Basketball Champions League in year 2 with Monaco. Just as Manny Harris was with Ike, who won the title that year. But he's been pretty anonymous today.
And it's not all his fault. I think they're going to find some opportunities, more opportunities for him. Get the ball in his hands like this a little bit more.
Good alert play, Gyokchan, who's had his best scoring. He's got 12 points. Bounce pass, nice pass to Dan, and then Dan gets it to Magne, who doesn't score. Looked like Kikanovic caused a little problem, or Magne couldn't hold on, didn't catch it cleanly. Here's, again, Harris. Zaynoun.
Oh, Zaynoun.
There's Kikanovic, right place, right time. You know, Zaynoun was the scorer for this team for the first 2 games. He hasn't scored a point.
Kikanovic just got an incredible touch.
Look at Magne.
Kikanovic's disgusted because he had to help out. No one helped him.
Dremic. Yep, you're right. Nice. Doyle, no need for the lob that time. And Tasmania up 46-39. 3 minutes into the second half. Tasmania had the great start.
Doyle, it's only 7 of 23 from the three-point line in the tournament. That should be a foul, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And that's low by his standards for Milton Doyle. And here we see Shawnee Mack. And the follow-up, and look at Kikanovic just saying, come on now.
Stayed with him that time. Doyle hit the shot. Here's Amir. Saud. Zaynoun. His pass batted away by Doyle. Then McDonald picks it up. Sting. Nice movement. Gyokchan knocks it down. Another 3. He's got 15.
And that's where there's a bit of a breakdown on the scout. I know he hasn't been lighting it up in this tournament, but throughout his career, that's been something that he's more than capable of doing.
Yeah, we expected him to be really important for El Riyadi. Here's Harris picking up at the open floor. This is where he likes to be. Is he going to go? He's going to wait. Gyokchan's got the mismatch on McDonald. Turns, puts it up. McDonald did a good job defensively on Gyokchan.
Now that was a breakaway. And there's no questioning the foul, but that, again, is another example where it should be 2 in possession. There's Gyokchan, wide open, feet set. Need to close out a little harder than that on him.
Whoop. All kicked. He's going to stay at this end.
Good help by Saud on the on-ball screen. Holding.
Kikanovic reached in. They called a foul.
Yeah, it was on Kikanovic, so the hold before he before the hands.
Before the tap.
Yeah. Magnay trying to lead for the ball, was held back by Kikanovic. Juk Deng, clean title on the sidelines.
Here's Tarangi. He's back in. Traveling. Sometimes it looks a little awkward, but to me it doesn't look like a travel. Do you think that was a travel?
Probably was. It happened
Moving the
quick,
pivot.
just a little shuffle of the feet at the end, was it? But he's gotten really good at that penetration and drop step, Will Magnay. With that size, it's a potent weapon that he can go to.
Manny Harris, that's more like it for Manny.
First bucket of the game for Manny.
Good penetration, Crawford, now Jermick. Jermick drives in, oh, the whistle blows. He's got to make that.
It is, it's been one of those tournaments for Drimmick. Have a look, down low, Manny Harris. Good touch.
Wiles coming in, and guess who's back? It's Jack.
Nice.
Or Jack.
Arakji coming in as well. Well, the other one that's yet to score in this one is Jordan Crawford.
Have you submitted your projections for the season in the NBL? Who's going to win? Who's going to lose?
Well,
who's going to finish?
It's really
Are you
tight.
bold?
I've tipped the Sydney Kings.
Okay. Oh, good block, Jack. Could have been going on the way down, but there's Gak. Oh, he gets blocked by Manny Harris. Wael flies in and scores.
End-to-end action.
Two points separate these two teams. There's Gak. He was in a solid, great position, just didn't finish. An offensive foul on Zaynoun. Look at this. This is before.
Yeah, good take, good finish at the rim. Arakji still.
It doesn't, it looked like he laid off of him defensively. Crawford, razzle dazzle. Drimmick did a good job getting to the basketball. Here's Doyle.
Well, Crawford's struggling to get things going. He's been spectacular the first two games. 19.5 points at over 55% from the field, but hasn't started either at the start of the game or after coming out of halftime. And he's 0 of 3 and he has yet to score in this one. Gak a little aggressive. Trying to stop Kikanovic from setting the on-ball screen.
And they turn it right back over.
El Farhan, the coach of, is really encouraging, trying to build some confidence in Manny Harris. Sloppy turnover there.
Oh. Whoa. Oh, wow. Foul called on Crawford. That's a thankless task trying to guard Manny Harris in that situation.
Doyle gets a rest. Clint Steinel checks in for him. One thing I have noticed, just comparing it to the NBL back in Australia, as Harris can't get that one to fall, is that the physicality of these international refs, they allow a lot more contact than that hands contact than they do in the NBL.
I would have thought it would be more physical.
It's physical,
but not so much from the hands.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Here we go. Up ahead, good job. Zainoun finally gets on the board. And Harris in the open floor. And it's Al Riyadi that have come back to take the lead. Drimick.
He just can't get it to fall. Every single one of his missed three-point field goal attempts has been short.
Which means?
Shoot it longer. And it could also be a fact that he's missed. He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, I was about to say. Did not go noticed. And Gak has missed a couple of shots right at the basket. Zainoun, nice handoff. Kikanovic, he's not missing that. Oh, he does! Incredible. Not gonna miss it again. The El Riyadi fans on their feet. They have come all the way back.
They led it by 3.
They trailed by 10 points.
20,
it's 51-48.
20-10 to start this game. We thought, oh, look out, this is not trending the right way. But they found a way to work their way back into it. Scott Roth clearly experimenting with some of his lineups and rotations.
Little things.
Keep attacking the rim, but you got to be strong down there. They're not calling any fouls. And you got to want the ball in the post.
You'll be the good dude.
Or the 4 short. Just sitting on the top side. 4 short, back cut, throw it over the top of the rib baseline.
Let's go Miami first one. Clint's going to go high and out, and then you're back in it, all right?
Hey, when he cuts, this corner guy lift up a little bit, because that might be the help. He's going to be wide open.
Hey, stay with what we're doing, all right? Come on, together, 1, 2, 3, together.
So Zainoun coming in and scoring with that layup, which was his first points. His first and only points of the game so far. And Kikanovic taking care of business on the second opportunity. Krstovic rather right back in the game. Good D by YL Araki.
Tough shot.
Zainoun, nice bounce pass to Kikanovic. Gyokchan. Oh boy, that was a big opportunity. If that goes in, they go up by 6. Now the turnover. Sloppy play. Over to Manny Harris. And it's by 5 now, the El Riyadi lead, and their fans are going crazy. Crawford. Into Kikanovic.
The scoring's just completely dried up for the JackJumpers. They've only got 9 points in this quarter. 40 seconds remaining.
Steindl, open, count it. Probably not a better shot that you can find than him being open. And that, from that spot, shortest three-point shot on the court.
And timely. Yorkshan really smart. Just held on the ball out of bounds until he knew they could get the last shot without giving the JackJumpers another opportunity. Heads up play by the veteran.
I love watching El Riyadi though when they're like in transition and the defense is back and they're still pushing it really hard. You see Wael Arakchi and Zaynoun just going on these diagonal mazy runs. Here's Arakchi, shot clock about to expire. He needs to get it up. It's going to be Zaynoun. Count it! The three, a little bit of string music from Kareem Zaynoun lying on his back. Put him on the air guitar.
Zaynoun with one of the more uglier jump shots we've seen at the tournament. Right-hander, shoots it from the left ear, but with only a second remaining, knocks down the 3 ball to give a 7-point lead to El Riyadi.
Tell us what you think, Andrew Gaze. 58-51, El Riyadi leading. Each team with 5 threes, and that's the problem for Tasmania. Look at that, 5 of 23 from three-point range.
No, it is, and it's a big part of their game, and it's gone missing in this one. But all scoring in the third quarter for the JackJumpers was missing. Only 12 points. They were outscored 26-12 in a tidal wave from El Riyadi, and El Riyadi would get it done in a variety of different ways. Milton Doyle, hasn't been able to see much daylight, and it's been Will Magnay leading the way, but they're 2 stars. Milton Doyle with only the 6 points, and he's 2 of 9, and Jordan Crawford 0 points and 0 of 5, so 2 of 14 from 2 of their main guns. But it's El Riyadi who've got out in the break. Arakchi has come in and really been a live wire, and what a finish to the quarter. That generates a bit of motivation going into the quarter time break.
It definitely does. And with their offensive struggles right now, it does make you wonder with Tasmania if they're going to come back. Right now, it's El Riyadi that had the wind in their sails. And I think with, you know, the JackJumpers have some fans here, but they don't have as many as El Riyadi. And you can see how much it means to them. Look at that. Look at Samoa.
They wanted the foul as well, but they take the 3. And they're the easiest shots to take though, you know, because you don't have to think, should I, shouldn't I? There's only a second to go. You have to shoot it. And it relieves a lot of the burden about the shot from your mind, and it's amazing how many of those drop in.
Kanovich continues. Oh, Zaynoun does a good job of getting it to Gyeongshan. Kanovich with 14 leading the way for El Riyadi. 14 for Magnay leads the JackJumpers, but Krislovic's pass intercepted. Zaynoun from the same spot. Going for the steal, doesn't get it.
I don't care what you say with a shooting technique like that, you're never going to be able to have a high percentage, but Jordan Crawford steps into for a free throw for his first bucket.
Did you know he's a lifetime 85% shooter?
Who's that? No, there's no chance. I would not believe you.
Wow, Wael Arakchi. Crawford steps into it. Good box out. Yokshan.
Now with this 7-point lead, they just need to be a little bit more conscious of the tempo right now. They slow it down, getting their half-court set.
Kikanovic can't get it to go.
Foul scored on the rebounding contest. They get Yokshan for the foul. Krislovic checks out. Gee, that's way too easy, isn't it? Arakji, easy as two he's had all night. It's not panic time, but certainly there needs to be a level of urgency, and somehow or other, the Jack Jumpers have got to find a way to get this scoreboard ticking over.
Ding says, just give me the rock. He hits another three.
That helps.
He's got a couple. Zaynoun. We had a good look at that jump shot that time.
Shoots it from the right hand, and shoots from the right ear. Brings it right across his body. Very hard to get arc on it when your elbow's out that far. It's more of a slingshot. And there's that good vision.
That's more textbook right there.
Jordan Crawford, a cross-court pass. Look out.
Oh boy! The crowd likes that! Magic thing!
Wow. That was messy.
Uh-oh, he's got the handles. Ding again. I think Ding was wanting to flush it.
He was. Looked like Kikanovic was conceding and wanted to foul. I reckon that was one of those ones, probably came off Deng. Have a look at Majuk Deng down the middle, two hands. Nice.
Oh, how about, oh. I think Magne, did he jump too far out? Gets the foul call, so he'll get to the line.
Well, there's an issue on the sideline, and I'm not sure what the
Riyadi acting like it's their ball.
It should have been. So out of that timeout, I think they're saying was our ball. And there's clearly a foul. And the bench straight away was up. And it seems like the bench official,
the commissioner,
and this I think can be a correctable error. That's the only thing I can think of. It's highly unusual though if your team's got the ball and you come out on the floor, 5 of your guys don't pick up on it. We're a long way away from where the conversations are going on, but that seemed like the gesturing and the body language. They're going to review something here.
We have 13
they want to see
seconds. Just play it normal. When did the timeout start? Just a second. So 17 seconds. Play.
Maybe he stepped out of bounds.
I don't know what they're looking at.
Okay.
22.
5 seconds.
Not
6,
you know,
4, 9.
call, so
6, 4, 9.
if they miss it, you can't.
Can you go back and amend it?
try and figure it out and let you know. Well, they're going to stay with the 2 shots by the look of things. No idea what the issue was at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
But at the end of the day, Kikanovic, it's a good foul. Sends an inconsistent free throw shooter to the free throw line rather than a 2-hand dunk.
Magne makes the free throw. He misses the second. So only 1 point in it, 6:48 remaining. And Kikanovic is going to sit down for a rare break. And Soma comes in, it's 4 fouls on Kikanovic, so they need to spare him a little. But he'll come back in. Oh,
wow.
My.
Well, they went back to the exact same play. Kick it out. UCLA cut down low to the big man, and it's been effective twice.
Soma. Manny. Gyeokchan, shot clock about to expire. Gyeokchan gets it up. It was online but short. And now Tasmania with the chance to go back in front. Ding for 3.
Or mismatch.
Oh no, Soma makes his move and turns it over. Dremick.
Short again.
Crawford. And the drought for El Riyadi. They get a timeout. Ferran wants to discuss ways to put the ball in the basket. Timeout.
Well, they're going to need to right now. Jordan Crawford coming alive in this last quarter. It's only 2 of 8 from the field, but that was a big 3 to give them some advantage. That the scoring has dried up for El Riyadi.
They've been outscored 13-2 in the fourth quarter.
Don't leave him alone. They are coming to her. Manny is wide open. Skip it. بس هو مع شوك كان هون. علي شوي كله ايد طويله ما يفوت. Relax. Nothing happened. Let's go for شو اسمه؟ Thumb. Okay. This is Amir, our Manny. Manny is in. Ismail screen on. Wael is here. Amir and hide. Manny will go here. You will receive. You will set the screen. تلحق. Use علي hard shot. Okay, يلا.
Well, they try to sort out what they're going to do on the offensive end. For me, in this circumstance, and I know he's got the 4 fouls, but I think it's game on right now. 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes remaining. Kikanovic needs to be back in this game. He's leading the way for them with the 16 points. And when your scoring's dried up, you like to have your leading scorer out there.
I mean, we like seeing Soma, but
yeah,
this is winning time, and you need to have your best players on the court.
Yeah. And
got to risk it.
I think so.
Gyeongsang fakes the shot. Oh, bounce pass into the lane. Amir Sood would have paid to get that shot. He still missed it. So McDonald back in, hands it off to Ding.
Well, the JackJumpers have gone to a new level in this last quarter. They were tested and still are, but they're answering the question that Riyadi threw at them.
Gyeongsang from the right corner, and he's fouled by Magne. A chance for a 4-point play. Are you kidding me?
Big play after big play.
Gyeongsang having a big game.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not with the hands. Nothing upstairs. It's Magne coming into the landing spot of Gyeongsang.
18 points for Gyeongsang. Look at that, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. He's not that far from a triple-double. I don't think he'll get it because of the assist, but
yeah,
it has been a spectacular game from him. Oh, nice pump fake, Ding.
Oh,
he was
wow.
going to throw it down in anger on Soma and was fouled.
But Sean McDonald was hit as well. Have a look at this.
Oh my.
You see,
Sean McDonald, he's been injured. Looks like he's looking down at his right ankle.
he's had he had a calf injury. Hopefully he hasn't redone that. Does not look good at the moment.
Being helped off.
Must have been off the ball. I didn't see the play.
No, you couldn't see it. I think that's the last thing that Scott Roth wanted.
Well, he said that, didn't he? In the pregame, they asked him, what do you want out of this tournament and this game?
Just to get out of here without any injuries.
Yeah. Zhuk Deng was a 75% free throw shooter last season. This is the first.
Makes the second. Goes back to a three-point lead. Oh, right in the hands of Deng.
Terrible
who bats it over to Drimic. And Doyle drives it, backs it in. The lead is 5.
Just a terrible pass in the context of the game, of the risk-reward.
Soma. Oh my!
47 years of experience has gone into that shot.
Soma. But the answer provided by Crawford. Surely Soma's going to get another look. They've got to respect him. Here he is. And Magne does guard him. So Soud comes out and hits the three. A frantic finish.
He had the dagger last night, full of confidence.
Doyle, baseline.
Oh no.
Slick pass to Magne. Had too much time to think about it. El Riyadi can go back in front. Manny skies and Magne says, not in my house.
Wow, this game's got a new level right now. Both teams putting it all on the line. doesn't have a preseason feel about it at the minute.
Not in the slightest.
Well, they're going to review the out of bounds. I don't know if it's a challenge. And we were right in front of this. I don't like Tasmania's chance of winning this if they...
I guess they just don't want to leave without using it, but...
Look at the help coming from the big gang.
Let's go.
Manny going up there, wanting to flush it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his presence, wasn't it? Dang.
Have a look at who does it come off.
He had to alter the shot.
We have yellow, green.
Oh, maybe there was a hand in there from Harris.
So we confirm after
Matty
the review,
Harris.
we confirm the ball is for yellow team. Okay.
Yeah.
And they think so as well, and that's all that counts.
Maybe I was just seeing it through JackJumper eyes. A little biased, of course.
Yes. Andrew, I'm from Australia, gaze.
Well, it's an unconscious bias right now. It's not...
It is. It just kind of comes naturally.
It just, you know.
You can't help it. 2:49 to go. El Riyadi down 1. Looking for the go-ahead bucket. Oh, Soma. Soma has it. Gets it to Manny Harris from the left corner. Gyo-Chan boxed out by Ding, who's holding his head. Here's YL Arakchi for 3. You can count it!
He just looked him in the eye and stick it in his eye.
No better player for that shot than YL Arakchi. In the clutch. Doyle, the lob. And Soma called for the foul, moving underneath Magne.
Soma, the veteran, has given him some quality minutes.
Quality, and he's given us some quality conversation.
He is. The 3 ball that he knocked down.
His best play he didn't pull off. To pass to himself.
That's an easier shot when you know you got the small guy on you. You knew he was always going to be able to get it off. Magnate, nothing but cotton with the first. He was 50% on the tournament prior to that one.
Cotton.
When he makes them, when it matters most, he makes both.
Exactly, 73 apiece now, 19 points for Will Magne, who just continues to show his quality. Nice pass, Gyo-Chan, this time is not fouled. Crawford gets it up quickly, no blocking that.
A quick release off the glass.
Surely it has to be YL Arakchi here. If he can find some space, he gets it to Saud. Spinning, he had Arakchi. Oh, Soma had it. They get it back, Saud. They do get it to Arakchi for 3. Oh, he doesn't make this one. The long rebound, though, to Saud. Here he is again, YL Arakchi lays it up and in this time. Took the smart play.
Well, they switched and Magnate wasn't able to keep him in front.
Drimick. Oh! Just got a little bit more on that one. Look at it.
Well, he's 1 of 9 from the 3-point line prior to that shot. And again, not afraid of the big moment. Still has the confidence to let it fly, and it drops.
Doesn't matter how many you make. It matters when you make them.
Well, I certainly prefer to make them more than not. But that was a big one. No doubt about that.
49 seconds remaining. El Riyadi now trailing by 3, but plenty of options at their disposal.
Okay? There's a lot of time, but yellow. We gotta win. Fight on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fight.
Well, you don't need a 3 right now. There's still enough time, but a quick basket and a high percentage one is what you want.
Drimmick.
And Drimmick from the corner. And that is just tremendous self-confidence. He would know that he's been in a funk from the three-point line and steps up in the moment, puts a little bit more on it. Because I guarantee when he goes back and has a look at the film, all his misses prior to that were all short. Able to make the adjustment.
Well, you can always go and talk to him after the game. You can talk to him, just say, Drimmick, just put a little bit more on it.
Well, I think he'd be fully aware that they're coming up short.
Here we go, final 49. Amir Saud.
Worst possible scenario for El Riyadi. Don't even get a shot off.
Now a chance to ice it. And if they don't score, will they foul El Riyadi? So they'll attempt a 3. There they are battling, they get it back. And now they don't even have to shoot until about 4 seconds. Are they aware? And Doyle alertly takes it back out.
Oh, they didn't need to foul. There was a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Instead, they foul and put Crawford to the free throw line. And he's a good free throw shooter, 78% last season.
I think the shot from Drimmick is going to be the one that ultimately wins it for Tasmania. This will ice it. I think the hurt is the fact that they didn't even get a shot off on their possession.
100%. It was they executed poorly coming out of that timeout. Switching defense by the JackJumpers. And they had the mismatch down low with Kekanovic. Oh dear.
And they're just going to run out the clock. No, they're going to foul again.
Nothing more frustrating for a coach when you cannot
get a rebound
off a free throw. You're in the prime position and just can't box out.
Although followed a close second, perhaps not getting a shot off.
Yeah.
Coming out of a timeout.
Turning it over in the crisis never helps. Oh dear, gee.
And Doyle, of all people, missing the free throw.
They call a timeout to advance it.
Well, Ferran, this team has 5.3 seconds left, and really, if you can get a quick bucket and a steal, that's always possible.
We need a 3.
Never say never.
No, I've seen stranger things, but not too much stranger.
But if you can get a quick 2, you would take it.
I don't think so.
You think you go for the 3 regardless?
Yes, you need to get that 3 and try and get the stop, because otherwise it's going to leave you less time for the 3. Because at the end of the day, you're only going to have a couple of seconds, and they have no more timeouts left. And if you get a steal in the back court, and you're going to throw it out to the 3-point line, that takes time as well. So.
Yo, hey, good fight. Quick shot. Together, 1, 2, 3, together.
Okay, well, let's see if they can get the 3-pointer. Don't forget they had to sit Kekanovic. That didn't help.
Oh.
Harris has got to get it up. He's got to get it up. Araxi does. There's not enough time. And that is that. Tough loss. They won the close one in their second game against Petro, but they fall today against Tasmania, who win it 80-75.
Yeah, and JackJumpers played some D when they had to and made shots when they had to. 29-17 in that last quarter. So they got their offense cooking. And the shooting percentages, well, they favor the Riyadi, but the JackJumpers with 44%, and they're only 27% from the three-point line, 8 of 30, but they made them at the right time.
Doesn't matter how many you make, Andrew.
Well, it does.
It matters when you make them.
Well,
I don't know about you, but I feel like going to hear from the players.
Why
Let's
not?
go down to the court.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So we were going to go down, and then Ding did a runner. He went over to join his teammates.
He wanted to celebrate
team
first.
photo. So now he's going to come back. Okay, let's go back down to the court now.
Hi, Majo. Congrats on winning the bronze medal, Majo. It wasn't your best shooting night as a team, but how did you find a way to win?
Just playing over brand of basketball. I was trusting the system, and the defense got it done for us tonight.
And you're starting the NBL season next week. We know your focus, and especially Coach Ross' focus, was on that. But it seems like the competitors and you refuse to be losing this today.
I mean, that's our DNA, grit and grind. You know, we just come in here, play hard, get ready for the... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Just getting ready, man. We got a season coming up. This is a great way to prepare for that. NBL is a great league, and this is a great stepping stone for us.
And first ever participation for our Australian team, top 3 finish. What will you take from this experience?
This is amazing. This is a great experience. And we're just glad to be the first team to come out of Australia and do this. We appreciate the crowd. This is a great competition, and we couldn't be thankful for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Well, Magic Ding could not have been any more, shall we say, polite, pointed in his remarks. It was perfect, spot on, and just illustrates how happy Tasmania were to be here.
And well done to Tasmania. There's some fans that have travelled from Australia. There are some Australians that live in Singapore or have come from the region.
Laos.
Laos was someone come up and spoke to us, an Australian.
Anthony.
So the JackJumpers going and sharing the experience with the fans and showing their respect. And well, Scott Roth, he threw out some interesting combinations and have a look at it. And I think he got a lot of value out of this tournament.
Yeah, I think this day especially was good because he got to play everybody, and it was a close game, and he was able to see some of his players come through in the clutch, including
the only downer on it, yeah, Drimmick was great. The only downer on it is, of course, the uncertainty about Sean McDonald. It looked like he either rolled an ankle or might have re-injured that calf. We haven't heard a message just yet, but hopefully he's okay and he's going to be right to go for their opener in Perth on Thursday against Melbourne United, a rematch of last season's championship series.
We're going to have the presentation of the third place medals to the players of Tasmania, and we'll keep our eyes open for McDonald to see if he comes out. I don't see him standing. First, they're going to recognize the referees who have done a fine job. It's always great to see them here.
No, they have, and players have been, by and large, pretty respectful coming in. Different points of emphasis from different officiating crews, and the players have done a good job of making some adjustments along the way.
So you had Boris Krejci, Carlos Perota, and San Chian. doing the refereeing today. And also El Riyadi will come out and be recognized, which I suppose really, you know, they look back on it, they get 1 win out of their 3 games. Easily could have won 2 games, you know, make a couple more plays. And they even had that great start against Unicaja Malaga.
Final game coming up shortly. That's going to be a beauty as well.
Secretary General from FIBA Asia, Hagap, is here at midcourt. He'll be taking part in the presentation of the medals.
One thing's for sure is this El Riyadi team has represented the Lebanon League and well, they've been respectful throughout the entire tournament.
If you were to put a player from El Riyadi on the All-Star 5,
wow,
who would it be? Kikanovic?
For sure.
Yeah.
He's the choice. He's been
the most consistent.
Yeah. There've been moments.
Reliable.
Manny Harris has had his moments, and
YL, Saud,
but not the same level of consistency.
Yeah. So they have certainly spiced things up. The BCL Asia winners, El Riyadi. And I don't know, something tells me we might see them again. I mean, it's an accomplishment just to make it here when you think about it.
Yeah, but they've been so dominant in the Lebanon League, and that gets their pathway through
to BCL Asia.
To the BCL, yeah.
But then, you know, you got to beat teams, you know, for example, Japan.
Yeah.
You know, could have had a representative here, so it is definitely an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Beat the other teams from Lebanon.
Hey, but you throw a quality player like Thon Maker, who was there last year, season, or Jonathan Simmons, it transforms this team even further. So they'll only get better once they get their full complement of players and their imports come in.
So now we're going to see Tasmania come out. And I don't see McDonald. Hopefully he'll come, but maybe not. Maybe he's getting treatment.
Well, that'd be a significant blow.
And yeah, don't forget also with Sword not playing today, they were a little shorthanded, but that meant other players got to come out.
Well, Sword is not in a situation where he's not going to, he's in doubt for the weekend. There we see the Vice President of FIBA, the Australian David Reed, making the presentations to the JackJumpers.
Great to see that.
He's going to be the next president of FIBA. It's a rotational basis, and representative from Oceania as the Vice President now, David Reed, is going to assume a very significant position in world basketball in a couple of years' time.
Australians always have some good ones, don't they? Bob Elphinston, he was
yeah,
great president, and what a tournament! And it's just like every year is so much fun. You know, you deal with some of the issues of being early in the season, so clearly these teams will get better as the season goes along. But still, for them, it's a great tune-up for the season, and it's just a wonderful atmosphere. You can see the people here are really excited to have basketball.
For sure, and Zhuk Deng, he expressed that in his post-game interview, how it's a challenge. You got to get on a plane, it's a big flight, but it's quality competition. That having the experience of having to come back, be down, be challenged. You can't replicate that in a practice environment. So it's hopefully they got value out of it and see it as wonderful preparation. The only setback is because of what took place before and after, the length of time they're going to be away from home. That's really the only.
Well, the great thing about Tasmania is, you know, this just further puts them on the map. I mean, they've already on the map in Australia.
Yeah.
But now much more so on an international stage, and I think expectations actually were very high for them coming in.
Oh, there he is.
McDonald, so.
Well, that doesn't look good though when you got to be carried.
He's limping. It's annoying. It's hard to tell if it's his calf, his knee. May as well not speculate.
Well, it was an off-the-ball situation, and so we never saw it. What took place?
So Tasmania JackJumpers recognized winning the bronze, getting third place. Will Magnay, solid throughout. Just so many good performances from those guys. Jordan Crawford, terrific. Yeah, it could be the calf, it could be the knee, but we'll find out soon enough. Hopefully let you know when you turn in for the final.
Whatever it is, it's unlikely he's going to be suiting up on Thursday.
Yes.
Based on not being able to put any pressure on it. Well done, Majuk.
Majuk Dane coming over to speak to Andrew Gaze. Here's a look back at the highlights of the game, and there were many, including from Majuk Ding, the Olympian from South Sudan, who really enjoying playing for this Tasmania team, clearly.
Yeah, he's had a long career in the NBL with a number of different teams, but has really found a sweet spot here with the JackJumpers. And Jordan Crawford showed his character as well. He's been struggling for a lot of the game. He was down on his normal minutes, but when it mattered most in that last quarter, came through and hit some big shots, as Yokshan did for El Riyadi. And over and all in all, it was a fun game. Fun game to watch, fun game to call, and it looked like these guys were enjoying themselves out there.
Soma, all 47 years of experience coming into play.
That is extraordinary. I mean, that is.
And he hit that big three, remember?
He did. He did. How his body is able to hold up and still be able to contribute, it's full credit to him. And you know what it does say? He's got a love and passion for the game that you'd like to see all players have, to want to continue to push your body through.
He is adored by El Riyadi fans, judging from the reaction that he got after games here outside the arena. But Tasmania, and that was the shot, really. I mean, that's probably the biggest shot of the game from Drimic.
It was. Scores tied.
Put him in front for good.
It did.
And Almeida Kikanovic, well, he's the type of player anybody would love to have. So keep an eye on El Riyadi coming up. This is not the end for them. Definitely we will be seeing them. This is a championship team. But the day belonged to Tasmania and the JackJumpers.